why a digital-only future would be bad for consoles. First of all, what's a digital-only future? A digital-only future is a future where you can only buy digital games. So you cannot go to a store like GameStop and buy a physical copy so you can play on your PlayStation. That's just not going to happen in the future. Now you may be thinking to yourself, PC is 99% digital, so what's the problem? I mean, PC is great. People love the prices. They love Steam sales. They love being able to get their keys from other sites like Green Man Gaming. So what's the issue? Well, that's the problem. Consoles don't allow other stores. They don't allow competition. So if you buy a PlayStation, you're locked in to buy digital games only from Sony. Sony is the only dealer in town. And you know what that means. They dictate the terms, they dictate the prices. That's bad for consumers because eventually Sony is going to have such control. And I say Sony, it's going to be all console makers like Microsoft with the Xbox and Nintendo. I think Nintendo really likes their physical sales for the time being, but eventually they might, if they see that it's profitable enough, they might switch. And so why is it a problem? Well, it's simple. When Sony is the only game in town selling games, they're the ones who dictate what can and can't happen. Right now, you still have competition with stuff like, buying games from Amazon, buying it from Best Buy, etc. And you can see discounted games. You can see a lot of Ubisoft games, a lot of even Nintendo games. You're better off buying your Nintendo game physically in terms of pricing than you are buying it from the eShop because the eShop is just so much more expensive. PC doesn't have this problem because PC is an open platform. Anybody can make a website and sell their own games. Anybody can make their own storefront and sell games, right? You can, on PC, you can go to any website you want. You can use that however you want. You can't do that on consoles. There are what's called a walled garden, and that is by design. So the moment that you can't buy your games you can't have used games. You can't buy from Amazon. You can't buy from Best Buy. You can't buy from Walmart. The only place to buy will be Sony. That is the moment where consumers are going to lose a lot of power over their game purchases. And as you know, corporations get greedier and greedier through time. Who's to say that Sony's not going to increase prices on games again? Who's to say that Sony's not going to add, controversial stipulations on how you can buy games and what you can do with them? That is the grimdark future where you can only get games on consoles. It is not pro-consumer. It is the absolute opposite because consoles are not PC. If you don't like the prices on Steam, you can go to Green Man Gaming. You can go to Epic Store, right? And if you don't like the prices on Green Man Gaming, you can go to Good Old Games. If you don't like the prices there, you can go to key sites where games are very cheap, very, very cheap. When you don't like the prices on your PlayStation, where are you going to go? Are you going to spend another $500 to buy an Xbox so then you have to deal with Microsoft doing the same thing? Are you going to spend $400 on a Nintendo Switch 2 so you can have the same issues? Is everybody going to become a PC gamer? I don't think so. I think a lot of people are just going to put up with it. And I think it's going to hurt consumers because now you're going to have worse prices, worse features, because companies will have more control over what you can do with your console, what you can do with the games that you buy, and where you can buy them. That is why a digital-only future will be terrible for consoles and consumers. And that is why I hope consumers vote with their wallets in such a way that we'll either continue to have physical games as an option, or we'll have a new, better system that is more pro-consumer, a system that is better for us all.